And the next step, I am going to be making these little swords for you. Pretty cool. I used some alcohol ink to make them look like real swords. And I'm going to do that using the Cuddle Bug and some Cuttlekids Pirate Edition. Let's see this. Again, this sticks to the table, which is great. I'm going to be using this Cuttlekids, which, by the way, is on clearance on our website. So if you are interested in that, go to our clearance section on the website. And I'm going to be just using some plain white cardstock for this because I'm going to be inking it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And the trick to this is depending on the direction of the swords that you need, you're going to have to do a couple of them one direction and then flip your paper and do it again so that your sword can meet if you want them to cross or however you want the swords to go. I'm going to put my sword on my paper. So I'm running this through my Cuddle Bug. And have a perfect, cute little sword here. The only thing you have to do is poke out right where the handle is, and you have your sword. Might be hard to see the detailing, but you really can see all the little lines and indentions. So to get this sword to look like this, I'm going to just take an ink with my Memento Dewdrop inks. We have these in packages of 12. There's 2 different sets on our website, so if you are looking for those, actually I got it on the wrong side here. So just ink the handle. I actually ended up using 2 different reds for this. I did the first coat with the darker red and then went over with a brighter red. Using the alcohol ink, the silver metallic, and same thing, just cover it. Stuff is very easy to use. So now we have our sword, and I actually already have a couple of them made so that you don't have to watch me make 3 of them. I'm going to be using 3 swords for both pages. So that is a finished sword. And now for this first page, like I said, I already have my swords cut out. And I also have plain red paper that is from the Rusty Pickle line as well. The Cap and Jack line from Rusty Pickle. I already have that. I just tore the edges and inked it with the red ink as well from this Memento line, which really ended up looking cool because it still looks distressed and it's almost the same color red. And I cut a plain black piece for my layout. Put it down there. And then for my 3 swords, like I said, you want them in different directions so that they're all pointing inward. I'm going to have them on the edges of the page. Let me turn this around here so you can see it. So that is the first page. And it's a little bit hard to see what it's going to look like once you have a cute picture in there, which, by the way, Karen is keeping this book because her little 2-year-old son, every time he goes to visit his grandparents, they do a little treasure hunt for him, and he has all these pictures of him doing these treasure hunts. And so she's got all these pictures that she's going to use in this book, and it's going to be adorable. Told her she had to bring it back in as soon as she gets the whole book put together. I will show you a little bit of the inking. For this process, I already have 3 sides done. I use the actual ink pad itself to go around the very, very edge so that it had like a dark edge on it. And then I went back over it again with the actual tool, the inking tool, to have more of a smooth look. So our edges are inked, and one really cool thing that I'm going to show you, another cool product, and I can find it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Tim Holtz mask. This is one of his mini masks, and it just happens to be that he has a compass, which just goes with our theme really well. So I decided to use that. I think we have a couple of these on our website. There's like 3 that are the mini ones, and we have about 5 or 6 of the bigger masks that come, I think about 5 or 6 different ones for each package. So to get the look that I'm going for, I'm just gonna place the mask here in the corner. Gonna go over the mask right on top of the paper. And at first you're thinking that it's not really gonna show up because the paper's red, the ink is red, but it actually looks so cool once I pull it off, you'll see, because it looks like it's part of the paper. My boss actually thought that it was part of the paper and didn't realize I had used the mask on it. Again, I like to make sure I'm getting it really good, so I go over it a couple of times and then pull off your mask and voila! It looks awesome. I actually already have one done where I just added the words yo ho ho and the words treasure. That'll come into play in a minute, but you can see I have the mask on there. It's the exact same paper. I just added the words, the stamping, which again you could do with Cuttlebug or with your own handwriting. So that is the one page, and there is some paper here that is from the line Cap and Jack as well. And what's cool about this is you could use it as a piece of paper, and I decided to cut out the treasure box since it is the very last page of the book, and her son is actually going to be getting a treasure chest that his great grandpa made for him. So I decided to put a treasure chest at the very end so that maybe she could have a picture when he finds his treasure to go along with it. Attaching that there, and it looks like some gold rays are coming out. And the last piece to our page, I have some black square cut out, and I just took with the same paper that we've used before and cut the corners off, and then I'm going to glue on the edges to add some corner pieces to our paper. Just glue, go all the way around. I actually have some done right here to add to our page. Now we have room for 2 more pictures and a picture here and your little tag, and the last 2 pages are complete.